Hey everybody, it's Invicta. It is time for another Run Near the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Wednesday, Mosh Pit. That is right, down below. Your eyes do not deceive you. We have a new like streak goal and also a new format that I was alluding to yesterday and the day before about the like streaks. We are now dropping it. Instead of dropping the amount of likes, we still need 3,000, so don't worry about that. But instead of dropping that, I'm dropping the number of streak goals. Essentially, from 30, which is 1 month, to 10. So now it's just a 10 count, and we get to a new like streak goal. Bam. Next one, bam. Next one, bam. So this is going to allow me to produce more challenges, more fun stuff, like doing updated character tier lists, which I'm going to start with. We'll eventually get to the all items tier list and trinkets list, all that kind of good stuff. But also weave in some older challenges from back in the day and also come up with new challenges. So I think that with a much higher turnover rate on the like streaks, I think that's going to renew interest in it and really start getting people motivated to start just knocking down those goals. So thank you all very much. We're already only 9 away now. Thank you, mostly, to the Get Down Mr. President Challenge. Here's your meme of the day / artwork of the day, brought to you on this Invicta subreddit by, I'm going to say, Just Freezes. Just Freezes. I think it's Just Freezes. Title thread was My Boy Baby Plum, and there is no other text to accompany it, but I do like the fact that Baby Plum is right above Spock, who looks like he's maybe eating a sponge. So thank you very much, Just Freezes, and everyone who upvoted that one. Let's hop on in. Remember, if you have your own artwork or meme of the day, submit on this Invicta subreddit /r/Invicta. 007 Victor Tango 9 Juliet Kilo. We've got well, we've got the D-Twizzle, which, you know, I'm a big fan of the D12. D12 is going to be able to re-roll all of our rocks and that sort of thing. But we also have Bomb Friend, who is not a good item in my opinion. Namely because I don't like to sit there and fight against my own items to just simply get money. He can be very, very bad early on, especially whenever you need money. So you got to be on top of getting your coins as fast as possible. Otherwise, it's not going to work out, and you're going to be very sad. Use the D12 here. Lots of stuff to re-roll. There is a tinted rock, but unfortunately, we don't have any bombs. But good. So the D12 is one of the best items in the game, in my opinion. It can make stuff out of nothing. It can make something happen out of nothing, and that's what I love about it. Just like, for example, getting this tinted rock. We get some thorium again, which, yeah, it's better. It is technically better than the D12. Okay, I was hoping that we were gonna get a bomb here. But I'm going to wait on that for a second. Just for a second. I will be leaving here with some thorium, but I want to give the D12 a chance to shine before we immediately remove it. But it can be great. You know, if you're in a very, very, very strict bind and there's just no hope. Oh my goodness. Okay, we really need to get a bomb now. Then, you know, you're going to be happy with the D12. It's just an all-around fantastic active item. The fact that you can just make something out of nothing is what really appeals to me there. If you ever shoot at me again. Got a singular penny. Unfortunately, there's no bombs or anything in there. There we go, baby. Okay. So what we need here is, first off, I'm going to bomb the tinted rock. I don't think this is also going to hit the secret room. It probably won't, but yeah, okay. So I'm going to leave that soul heart there. The second thing I'm going to do is wait until we're done with this floor, then probably nuke our donation machine, because obviously we want to get Keeper Sack. Keeper Sack is absolutely massive here. Get another double bomb drop, and that's huge for us. Okay, and we get even more bombs. Hey, you know what? I ain't going to complain about this, brother. Roll that D12, and we got nothing. All right. Coins? 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 No. Wait. Coins? It was worth a shot. But what we can do is we can trade for coins possibly here. There we go. Yeah, just to ease the cost of Keeper Sack a little bit. I would love to get Red Candle as well. After, of course, picking up the Keeper Sack, but let's not get ahead of ourselves because that's a lot of money. We ended up getting butt bombs. I wasn't planning on getting a payout there, like a payout. I just wanted to Wanted to get a, you know, just a couple extra coins, but you know, what can we do? What can we do? Secret room might actually be north of here. Got to go back and check for confirmation. Our stats, I haven't even talked about our stats. Our stats are actually pretty competent. 1.10 is great. 3.24 is excellent for a starting tiers rate. 3.51 is right on the cusp of being the what's considered to be the baseline of all Isaac damage. Secret room was there, and we have no key, but we might be able to get one. Yeah, so there's a sticky nickel here. Yeah, I was about to fight you. You saw me. I was ready to break right there. I was just queued up. All right, so we're still gonna have to ding our donation machine here, and also, of course, beat bum friend who just stole one of my dang freaking pennies. One more charge we can get. We could probably roll that room that we were just in. That's a lot of rocks, and that might produce us a Fool's Gold rock as well. So let's go fight the boss. Let's see who it is. Give me Lime Horn. But talking about the like streak goal here, starting off, I figured it's a great way to begin a new era of the like streak, which is going to be introducing the Repentance Plus tier lists. And don't worry, it's not going to be consecutive tier lists, because I know that some people really enjoy tier lists, other people don't. You want to see more Isaac challenges and that sort of stuff. I get that. I want to start off with the tier list, though, just to sort of introduce everybody to the new like streak goals here, dropping it from 30 to 10, and which is totally doable. I think that a lot of people are going to be excited about that. You know, and the prospect of being able to kick out more and more challenges is going to be appealing as well. It's appealing for me anyway, so we don't have to wait, you know, 1, 2, 3 months in some cases. Looking at you, Lost Soul Buddy, where we have to wait till we finally sort of. I just wanted money here, game. I just wanted money here, but I guess we're not going to get it. But yeah, waiting for months, you know, a quarter year in some cases for like streaks is not my intention. You know, and that's another thing too, is that people, I've talked about this for a while now, but people get it sort of in their brains that they want to have, I don't want people to get in the habit of thinking that the like streaks are supposed to be this sort of ever-increasing, difficult challenge. Like, it just keeps ramping up and ramping up and ramping up. Because at that point, I think that it loses a lot of its appeal, especially for me as well. I don't want to just keep putting myself in harder situations to try to one-up the last like streak goal. There's supposed to be fun and interesting ways to encourage people to like the videos without being too overbearing about it, and definitely giving people the reward as well. And I think that if the rewards, some people vibe with them, some people don't. That's cool. You're not going to make everybody happy. But for a vast majority, if it's interesting enough, they'll like the video. But that also shouldn't be the only motivating factor as well. You should be voting. You should be not voting, but you're clicking the like button. You should be clicking the like button just to support your favorite content creators. And I'm not just talking about for myself. I'm saying in general here on YouTube. It's the best way to show your support. It costs absolutely nothing to do it, and it means the world to the YouTube algorithm, which is everything, obviously, in this day and age. So it's unfortunate that we have to cater to it so much, but it is what it is. I mean, if you make it in this business, you gotta play the game, and you know, and the like streak was never intended to be this sort of ever increasingly difficult challenge, or, you know, ramping up the stakes, like, oh, we got to do 2 TM trainer runs in a row now. I think that would also be very manufactured and not fun to watch nor to play. So, you know, we're gonna, with the greater turnover of like streak challenges and goals, this is going to free up some stuff to where we can crank out the tier list. We can crank out the new challenges, or go for a challenge week or something like that. All that stuff is on the board, and I think that that's going to really spur people into wanting to see, okay, what's the next challenge? Like, we already got this one, we got this one down pat. You know, what's going to be the next one? So that's what we're going to be trying for this one, and if it doesn't work out, then we'll just keep trying stuff that the Mosh Pit wants to see. This room was built to hard counter Sumptorium, by the way, as you have been seeing all of our Claudies just get absolutely murked one by one. It's also designed in that way with the maze-like layouts where the Claudies will get stuck and then purposely get put right in front of an enemy. So good on you, game, for once again running on the fly for us. I'm not going to use any more Sumptorium charges for now unless we get a ton of Soul Hearts here, which we did not. But obviously coming in here with PJs and with Mr. Dolly's huge. Just need to flood the screen here with damage. And all these bosses are designed to hard counter our Claudies. Trying to push Gemini against the wall here. There we go. Yeah, so we can start building up our Sumptorium buddies back, and wow, just a random Soul Heart here too. I'm going to take Sulfur just to tap it for Leviathan, but I'm going to stick with Sumptorium because Sumptorium is just a better item. Just flat out, just a better item. Which is crazy to say that I wouldn't prefer, me of all people, wouldn't prefer a Brimstone item, but it is true. Sumptorium is just flat out better. It multiplies your damage to exponential proportions. If you want to consider one shot, one half heart as an extra shot that you're firing with all your stats intact and tier effects, it's just massive. And I don't know why Sumptorium keeps showing up lately, but hey, I'll take it. Okay, well, unless we get bomb our way into the secret room, or the item room, which I don't think that's going to happen. We're going to be missing a shop and an item room right after we get Keeper Sack. So pretty happy about that. Get lucked out here and get 2 keys. Let's see if all the belly aching was worth it here. Okay. Definitely worth it. That would have been... we would have been none the wiser, but that would have been an absolute crime for us not to get Cricket's Head after all that. And man, I would love to get Keeper Sack, but we just... Or Sackhead Keeper Sack, but we just can't, so... Still, not bad. We could go into the Curse Room as well, I suppose. We have enough HP for it, but meh. We're going to last week's question of the episode here. This is from the Dr. C-Tech episode, which of course ended up being a Dr. Fetus and C-section run of all things. This one coming in from Father Nature N4X, who said, question of the day, if you had to babysit one boss in Isaac, which one would you babysit? I mean, I don't know which one I would even consider babysitting. It would be the one that came to mind immediately. When I read this question for the first time, I immediately thought, well, it's got to be Gertie. Like just regular old Gertie Senior. Because she doesn't move, right? Like if you said Pin or if you said Monstro or Chub or whatever, they all move, you know? So, and of course, I've never been a babysitter before, so I don't know exactly how much moving you're supposed to do. But I assume that if you're going after something that's pretty mobile, it's a very demanding profession. But I figured, why not? You know, why just select a boss that doesn't move at all. So I was thinking about Gate at first, but then I would have to contend with Gate kind of, you know, setting stuff on fire and everything. Mega Maw, pretty much the same deal if it's the champion one. So I settled on Gertie, because at least Gertie, the worst thing that Gertie does is spawn flies, and you can very easily let them out the door or just swat them, and you're all gravy. Thank you, bum friend. Keys have been an issue. You would think that we had Guppy's tail from yesterday's episode. Secret room. We know where the secret room is at least, which is right meow. And trying to keep our Claudius together. We got a singular key, which could lead to other stuff. Or just an HP upgrade. Alright. Well, if anything, it's more HP for us to use with Sumptorium. See here, our shots are quite plentiful. A Black Soul Heart, okay. Really hoping that we're going to be able to unlock the rest of those chests. Obviously, we want to try to get a bomb. A bomb would have been great there, too. I mean, pretty much anything but a static item would have been best there. Coin, bomb, or key. But instead, we're going to get none of those. And I'm going to go... This is a little bit of a roundabout play here, but I'm going to go buy the sack. Get a key. Okay. They gave us a speed upgrade and a range upgrade. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this key to open up another one of these golden chests. So hopefully get a bomb so we go into the secret room, which hopefully has enough money in there. And, yep. The next thing we can do is play the sack room for money. We didn't get a double deal here, so we definitely have enough HP to do this. We're not taking any money from me here. We get Holy Shot. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a key to open up the Eternal chest, so... Oh, mercy. Okay. We are feeling good here. You mother... Stealing all my dang money, dude. No, you don't get cheered for that. So we get a random Sacred Heart from the sack room. And oh my god, and the raw liver's in here too. I'm just gonna walk over the spikes because we don't have any keys anyway. That's gonna give us a full heal anyway, so wow. That this whole floor just bust this run wide open. I mean, wide open. We can even get car battery here. Or not. Wow. We get the blue map. I mainly did that just for the stats, but 23 damage is it's pretty good. We have a hermit card here. Obviously, we're not going to make boss rush, although it would have been... It's surprising that we wouldn't make boss rush on this run, especially if you saw our stats and our items, but, you know, having seen the first part of this run, you could definitely forgive me. Not that it's been a bad run, of course. We just had to do a lot of back and forth and a greed fight. It would stand to figure that we would get a bum friend start on a keeper sack run. And with this many shots coming out from Sumptorium, man, we're in a good spot here. Need as many pennies as possible, even if we don't have a shop that we can spend any money on yet. In a weird way, I kind of feel like we could still make boss rush. That may seem like madness, 73% by the way, but I feel like it's possible. Now, we did skip an item room, obviously, on that last floor, so... But we didn't have a key. And, yeah, strangely, I feel like we might be able to pull this off. A bunch of black soul hearts in here. And a bunch of regular soul hearts, okay. All right. Don't know why keys are so rare on this run. No reason for them to be. Keeping up with our Clotty gang here. And we keep finding more and more dead ends as we are. See, now that I've made it known that I want to try to get boss rush, we're gonna start running into more dead ends. Timid rock right there, but we have any bombs. Now I'm prioritizing boss rush here because we don't need an item room item, although it would be nice. But I'm hedging my bets. We get another HP upgrade. Yes, I will take ceremonial robes. It's gonna be a massive amount of damage, 3.63. And yeah, we're cruising. There's the maze. Now, yes, we did also skip a shop there, despite us having Keeper's Sack. But remember, our resources are very limited for some odd reason right now. So priority goes to where we can get the chance for the most amount of items, which in this case is going to be boss rush. So I'm willing to take a possible hit, and who knows, that may have been a greed fight on that floor as well. We'll never know unless you play the seed. But that's not my objective right now. Is not to worry about that. We just need to find our fool card here. Or we could just do boss rush as well. We're definitely strong enough for it, especially with Sumptorium and Sacred Heart. Get Polydactyl here, and gives us a Hangman card. Arrow Cloth. I will also take Sharp Key for the stats. That was 4.65 damage, dude. Holy. Happily take that. And yeah, I think we just go fight the boss. We just go fight Mom now. With Sumptorium, Sacred Heart, Holy Shot, yeah, I think we're gonna be just fine. Yeah, this time making sure I take the negative, not the Polaroid accidentally. Jelly Jelly, Aquarius. I'm gonna go for Aquarius here only because it's with Sacred Heart. Aquarius is surprisingly strong. Now we got to get all of our Clotties up together. We got to huddle up, team. Hubble up. Hubble telescope up. Like a swarm of angry beach balls. Trying to protect the Clotties as best as I can. Being a Grody. I mean, you just look at the screen and you just have to laugh. There's so many tears flying out because of Sumptorium. And Sumptorium is another item that I've shown in previous runs where people kind of slept on Sumptorium for a long time, including myself. But then once I showcase the power of it, all of a sudden Sumptorium has become one of those sort of maligned items where it's like, oh god, it's another Sumptorium item. It's just like a binge eater or a mom's knife situation. It's like, dude, come on, man. You can't hate all good items. I guess you can hate all good items, but I mean, you look at this. This is just pure domination here. But some people will also just never be happy, so whatever. Sumptorium makes me happy. This is just instant shutdown death damage here. Wow, okay, Cage. Oh, then there, and he left us a little present at the end there. Okay. So that was the game, just making sure that we didn't have any clots. Very cute game. First the XL. We're gonna miss one of our devil deals here. If we were gonna get one, I mean, our devil deal luck has not been great on this run at all. Random soul heart. You're seeing what I was talking about with Aquarius. Yes, that is your eyes do not deceive you. That is Aquarius sliding around the ground. A moving creep wave, which is pretty helpful. Very powerful too. We're slowly getting our Claudie army back, but it's not. It's just it pales in comparison to what it was pre-cage from the top rope. Of course, the more clots that you get, the harder it is to protect all of them. So, and we've gone the wrong way. Of course, I have to keep in mind this is an XL floor, so mapping is probably not accurate. It's already pretty inaccurate to begin with, but it's gonna be even more wacky here with it being an XL floor. Pumped Pearl. It's our first trinket that we've had. Ooh, but perfection. Yeah, perfection. Finally get a Tears of Rage upgrade here. Anything but an HP upgrade's perfect. There we go. We get one more devil deal, and I will take Guppy's Paw, and I'll also take Little Horn. You know what? We can use Guppy's Paw once. We don't really need that many red hearts. Yeah, let's go fight Old Hushy. Well, we don't have the money for Keeper's Sack. Oh, we have the keys, though. Yeah, let's do it. By the way, still, I think it's pretty impressive that we made Boss Rush on this run, considering where we were not that long ago. Yes, we did prioritize skipping an item room in a shop over going to like the store and everything, or we prioritized skipping them in favor of doing Boss Rush. Makes this really long cardio coin here. We're now able to at least buy a premium item. Now, of course, all of our Claudies are going to get wasted here. That's just how Hush works. And I'll take Fanny Pack. Fanny Pack's pretty good. The 2.48 damage there from Keeper's Sack. Man, oh man. Definitely love a little bit more range, but look at this. Look at the sheer amount of tears that we're just pumping. Yeah, good luck, flies. Normally the flies have a pretty decent shot at making it through, but not this time. Not with this amount of damage. Yeah, I'm trying to protect not only myself but the Claudies as well. They're gonna start getting murked here though. Gotta fight through it all. Oh, we had one lone Claudie. One lone Claudie survived that, but man, that was just pure destruction. Honestly, just kind of looking for red hearts right now. And by red hearts, I mean absolutely 0 red hearts. Lead pencil's huge here with Sumptorium. Okay. 0 red hearts. Got it. Oh yeah, you guys keep firing, don't you? Very fun feature of those statues. Every red heart that drops is just going to multiply our damage, so the reason why I'm hoping that we get more. The reason why I got Fanny Pack was because if we do take damage, at least Fanny Pack has a chance to drop hearts. Red hearts. Oh, baby. All right. Got some black hearts in here, too. We're going to convert all of those red hearts into clots, which in turn turns into DPS. That's really what Sumptorium is. It is a DPS upgrade disguised as an active item. Let's go back over here. We have a golden bomb. Might as well check to see what's inside the secret room. Verifon High Priestess. Go. We have 2 hearts left. I still think that Sumptorium shouldn't be a cooldown. I think it should just be an active item like Guppy's Paw or anything like that. There's no cooldown at all. It's just you use it if you want to. So I don't really understand the cooldown on Sumptorium, but you could say that a lot of stuff about a lot of things in Isaac. Just I don't know. That doesn't make sense. Well, that's Isaac, baby. All right, then we're banking on a hermit card to get us a favorable teleport in the dark chest. We're gonna absolutely smoke the victory lap going up to Isaac. We'll see where the world takes us on this run. But back-to-back banger runs here. It's got me hopeful about the rest of July. First the maze. Let's see. We got contract from below, which is great. Second guppy item here. Mom's knife. Oof. Sacred Heart, Mom's knife, Sumptorium. I think it's actually a DPS down if we take Mom's knife. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know where that soul heart came from, but I'll go back and gladly take it. For a little extra money here for the victory lap. Jerk. Took my lucky penny. Ooh. Curse. No. I'll wait. Yeah, I think that I honestly think our DPS would be down. Because we can't overlap all of our knives like we do with our tiers. So I think that this is still technically more damage, even if all of our Claudies had Mom's Knife and stuff. We'll take the Teardrop Charm. Okay. There's the southern portion of the map. Yeah, we are roasting these bosses here. They look like regular mobs thanks to Sacred Heart. I also didn't realize it, but we got the Seraphim transformation too. I didn't even notice that. What was the? Oh, it was Holy Shot. That's right. We had Sacred Heart, Holy Shot, and Celtic Cross. So yeah, good luck, Lamb. I'd say good luck, but it won't matter. It will not matter at this point. Of course, we're gonna do a victory lap. A new like streak goal, give people what they want to see. Hotel 1, November Papa, 09, Foxtrot Papa. Yeah, that's just it's a wave of destruction. You don't even have to aim at things on this build. We just go in and start firing, start blasting. I'm gonna take pay to play. Need the coins. I want to get even more dependent on coins. We got a 1 damage upgrade from buying a tarot card. What? Oh. Oh my god. Try that again here. There we go. Yeah. That is instant death. We get Guppy as well. Holy smokes, what is this run? The game just gave up. I mean, hey, you gave me Sacred Heart in a random sack room. You probably weren't expecting me to go play that sack room, I bet, but holy smokes. Sticky bombs. I actually shouldn't have picked those up. I don't actually like sticky bombs. They're sticky bad. Going to be ever increasingly more difficult to see where all the tiers are. By the way, that was another dead end. I don't know how he managed to find a dead end on a map that's shaped like this, but map's shaped like a deformed squirrel. Oh, we would have gotten Guppy again there from Bumfriend. Bet he's a day late and $1 short, but them's the breaks there, buddy. I didn't even see the boss. Finally get another Tears upgrade here, and Abba Dabba Ding Dong will take. It's going to be a huge damage up, especially combined with Taker Heart, but more importantly, we get a movement speed upgrade. So I don't know if we're in new territory yet, but we're definitely getting close, I would say. We're pushing the envelope in terms of our DPS here. And we might not have the largest damage on paper. It's still pretty impressive. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. I will keep making Soul Heart Claudies though. Especially since we have an extra one right there. Oh man, Epiphora, okay. This is starting to get a little nutty now. So Epiphora is going to increase our tears rate as long as we're firing in the same direction. And then as soon as we let go of the fire button, it goes right back down to whatever your baseline was before you had Epiphora. No. Absolutely not. There you go. Trying to snipe one of them statues. Tired of them taking pot shots. Another HP upgrade. It's gonna be the Holy Mantle. And I'm not gonna wait for those hearts. I mean, we're at our clot limit right now anyway, so Latch Key here, which is gonna give us a luck upgrade and or keys. The soul heart, man, these random soul hearts. They've been on fire with this run. Absolutely crushing it, especially with us having Guppy now. If we get Hive Mind, then we're probably talking about new territory. Very odd spot for the secret room. We get the wafer as well. Man, oh man. I'm gonna make my bone Claudie. You don't get to see him all that often. Giant labyrinth of a map here. Finally find the item room. Or the item shop. Ooh. I think we go compost here, everybody. Wait, did it remove my clots? I think it did remove my clots. Or shot speed, which is fine for... No! I meant to pick up the card. Oh, yeah. There's darkness. The compost is going... The reason why I picked compost, and this, it may be a little bit of a noodle scratcher for you, but the reason why I picked up compost is because we are Guppy, and I want to double all of our flies every time we use it. So, because we can produce so many flies at once with just our regular tiers, theoretically, we should be able to replenish any flies that we may lose to attacks and stuff. I think compost here. Either way, it's oh my gosh. Either way, it's going to be a powerful run, regardless of what items we end up going with. Wow, we get squeezy, and then we get another tier effect here, or tier modifier. Yeah, see, we didn't even need to do anything. We walk into a room, and our flies just destroy. They're Sacred Heart flies. What else do you expect? Curse of the Blind is annoying, but we've already been to boss rush, so it's kind of whatever. Yeah. Sorry about that. What the? Oh, he dropped his restock. Yeah, it honestly wouldn't really matter which one we have, whether it be compost or sumptorium. We're still just gonna slap. I mean, we're down to one Claudie here, and that's fine. If we had more clots, would we be doing more damage? Sure, definitely. But I think that with this setup here, we don't have to rely upon micromanaging our HP. We don't have to worry about using every single heart that comes our way. We can just simply use compost and be done with it. See what this blind item is here. Remember, we have restock now. We get BFF, which would have been great for clots. Of course. Figures. Purposely got rid of the bone heart there. I want to go see what this other item is. It's gonna be Diplopia, which sure, I'm just gonna use it right now. It's Curse the Blind, and nothing's gonna beat our nothing is going to beat what we have right now. Yeah, looking forward to doing another character tier list. I think that Repentance Plus, I've done a tier list for every single expansion in Isaac since the beginning, pretty much. So when tier list became a very popular thing, and I want to do. We definitely, not only do I want to do one, we need to have another one because so much has changed since the last time we did a tier list. So I figure it's a good goal to start off with there with the new like streak parameters. Kicking off the new era of Isaac with a tier list, and then there we go on to, we're gonna revisit some old school challenges. I got all sorts of ideas I think people are going to like. If you want to see it happen, everybody, and if you're not only enjoying this run, but you are excited about the new like streak, then again, as I said at the beginning of this episode of this video, you don't have to pay anything. It doesn't require any of your time other than just simply clicking the like button on any of my videos, and it goes a long way. It goes an infinite amount of distance. That's how long of a way it goes. Get another HP upgrade. I don't think I've ever seen this many HP upgrades. And we get lump of coal too. Oh man, that is, I mean, this is just total dominance now. Every single one of these flies that we have is doing over 100 damage. And we have an unlimited amount of them. Gosh, there's a library here. The layout of this floor makes no sense. Just gonna touch all these real quick, not only for the Bookworm transformation, but just to remove them out of the library pool. Not that we'll probably ever see another library for the rest of this run, but always good practice to do. And pretty much using compost on cooldown. Drop us Baby Bender again. Another fanschmabulous Sumptorium item that we got after we got rid of Sumptorium. We just have a better we have a better item than Guppy's head. And we're also Guppy, so... Remember, we have the wafer, so we're only gonna get charged half of a heart here, not a full heart. This is Celtic Cross's Polaroid or invincibility, not the Polaroid there. We get the Leviathan transformation as well. Don't need to go fight old Hushy again. We already did that. I think we're just cruising to an easy victory here. Have the Hierophant card in our back pocket just in case if something happens. And we are just smoking everything here. Also want to say thank you everybody who's been checking out the Uma Musume series. I know that I don't talk about it too much on the Isaac series, but I like to mention it. People watching every day. I haven't decided whether or not the 1 o'clock time slot's going to work though for it. Because it does run right after Isaac, and for a run like this where we're at 53 minutes and 5 seconds, you know, that there's no downtime in between videos, and I don't want people's feeds to get slammed. So I may move the Uma Musume series to 2 o'clock. I also don't, honestly, I'm just being completely honest, I don't know how many more episodes we'll have of that series, because after doing pretty much all the Umas, or the horses, or horse girls, depending on how you look at it, after doing all of their career playthroughs, I think it loses some of its appeal. It's certainly not a long form. Oh my gosh, man. It's not a long form series by any means. The Uma Musume series. It's a game that's hot right now that I really enjoy, and I think that as a spectator sport it works out very well. But in terms of it being like the next Blueprints or something like that, where it's a really long playthrough, I don't think that we're there yet on that game. This is just bonkers. This is madness. Things can't even stay alive long enough to get hit by more than one fly. Yeah, we're absolutely in new territory now. Because this is, and I honestly I stick by my decision to go with compost over Sumptorium. The amount of burst damage that the attack flies do is it easily outshines the amount of damage that we would get from extra shots. But with Baby Bender, it's a little bit more debatable, but I still think this is still the best setup we've got. What a run, man. What a run. Whoopsie doodle. We are running out of flies a little bit here, so I'm just going to hang back for a moment and try to protect them. Remember, we are gaining flies every time that we hit stuff as well. Excuse me. sure if this is the right way to go without having any proper mapping. So even if we get down to like 2 flies, it's not going to take that long for us to recharge it and get our numbers right back up to the critical mass that they were. Yeah, I guess we're on this side of the map anyway. Might as well check down here. Golly, again. Well, at least we get range this time. Okay, there's the bottom half of the map, everybody. I'm proud to do you this service. And eventually we will find, I think, bosses on this floor. Don't know particularly where or when, but they do exist on this floor, I believe. At least one of them does, anyway. I guess when we get there, we'll all find out together. Apparently, there was a host in there. Emperor card, please take us to the promised land. Well, it took us to a boss. It wasn't the boss that we wanted. And that's certainly not the item that we want either. As Cursed Eye is, yeah. Big no thank you on that. Wow, okay. Let's see what's in the super secret room here. Might as well, since we're doing a full clear. You see that I'm not utilizing our flies really at all. It's because we don't have to. Pretty much everything dies from the tier damage before we get a chance to do anything else. Yeah. The 9 volt. Actually, 9 volt's huge for compost. That means that we get to use compost after every room. We're gonna do a full clear, aren't we? I mean, you just know it's gonna happen. Yeah, 9 volt allowing us to use the compost every single room now is that's a huge deal. 4.5 volt would have been nice. All of our flies are pretty much almost gone now already. What in the world was that? Whew, and there we go. No problem at all. Down goes Delirium. Easily the strongest run that we've had, and man oh man, shout out to the Sack Room and Sacred Heart. Thank you for watching, everyone. Let me know in the comments down below if you're excited about the new format for the Like Streak goal, and remember to click that like button. Of course, we're going to get to our first of the brand new like streaks, going on into the Character Plus, or the Repentance Plus character tier list and beyond. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great midweek here in the Mosh Pit, and as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks to patrons of mine like Colbin, Liker, Yanis, and Jade Fright. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta.